You have worked with Bajaj Capital. So, what were the lessons you have learned there related to investment advisory and finance?
Personal finance, as the name suggests, it's 80% it's personal, 20% is the numbers. And when we talk about finance or we talk about money, it's always about emotions behind that money. Like money always comes with the emotional aspect of it. Taking care of someone's portfolio or someone investor's portfolio, I think it's more about hand-holding that person through the journey of it. Basically hand-holding the emotions, in times of like when market is not performing good, or even when it's performing good for that matter, because people get very optimistic as well.
People feel like capital investment, finance, these markets, they feel it intimidating. They fear investing in markets especially. How do you simplify those complex financial concepts in easy way for a beginner, for the aspiring investor?
I try to connect the financial concepts with everyday life experiences. It's a very famous example which I also give of a bamboo tree.
Okay.
Like for years it grows under the ground and the growth is not visible. But when it explodes outside the ground, then it grows exponentially. And wealth creation or investment is also a journey, it's not a destination. And compounding works over a period of time.
What financial skills someone should learn to secure their career or make good investments?
We should always start with the basics instead of rapidly jumping to the AI and using the shortcuts. Financial analysis, they help you understand where the particular business or company stands today. So if you're looking to invest any company as of today or as of right now, you would first need to go and read the annual reports. There are websites which give you a brief description, and you can always go to company's website, they publish. Any listed company, it is mandatory for it to publish the records.
They show the real numbers? SEBI क्या है?
Over the period of time, it has become strict with the rules and regulations to prevent manipulation, because COVID के बाद मार्केट में इतनी भीड़ आ गई ना that उसको कुछ cautions लेने पड़े कि stay upgraded. अगर आपने किसी स्टॉक में या कहीं पे भी इन्वेस्ट करा हुआ है, लाइक अगर आपने FD में भी इन्वेस्ट करा हुआ है एंड यू आर नॉट अपडेटेड कि कितना इंटरेस्ट रेट चल रहा है अभी, मुझे इतना क्यों मिल रहा है, इफ़ यू आर नॉट क्यूरियस इवन अबाउट दैट, देन यू आर नॉट टेकिंग केयर ऑफ योर मनी.
Hello everyone, I'm Vineet Mishra and I welcome you all to the Growth Up podcast. Today we have very special guest in our house. She has experience in financial services. She has experience in capital investment as well. She has worked in Bajaj Capitals. Today we will learn a lot of things related to finance and investment from her. Let us welcome Akansha Kaushik on the Growth Up podcast. Welcome ma'am.
Thank you.
How are you feeling?
Good.
Good. So today we will talk finance, okay? I have so much interest in finance and investment basically. So I will be asking few questions related to you and the finance as well, okay? So the very first question is, why did you choose finance field?
So I think it's not about what you choose. I think it's more, when it comes to career, it's more about what chooses you or where you feel aligned. So I think bachpan se, like starting say, I was very fascinated with the numbers. Math used to be one of my favorite subjects. So, and I think what I learned when I was solving maths during school was like if you have, there are many solutions to one problem, because in math there is more than one solution to a one problem. You just have to have the acumen which way to solve that question. So that's how my interest with numbers started, and then it sparked further into core finance, and that's how I landed into finance. I started my career with personal finance, like you mentioned, with Bajaj Capital. And then I realized that, then I have this question that why do some people, they earn well but they still struggle financially, and then there are people who are building wealth steadily over time. So which made me realize that money or finance is not just about earning, like we are also focused about earning, but it's also about investing and managing and sustaining the money over the time.
Wow, that's great. So that inquisitiveness in you lent you here, right?
Yes.
Wow, that's great.
And as I explored finance further, so I believe there are two very fascinating sides of finance. One is personal finance, which we are discussing, which is more about the as retailers, people who want to invest in the capital markets through different instruments and assets. The other is we can say corporate finance or investment banking, where we where we analyze the businesses, where we value the businesses, and we come to know how money is flowing from one business to another. So I think, yeah. That's it.
Wow, that's great. So, as you have mentioned earlier that you have worked with Bajaj Capital. So, what were the lessons you have learned there related to investment advisory and finance?
The lessons when I was dealing with the clients and making the financial plans for them and interacting, which I learned was that when it comes to because we say personal finance, as the name suggests, it's 80% it's personal, 20% is the numbers.
Oh.
So, and when we talk about finance or we talk about money, it's always about emotions behind that money. Like money
Yes.
always comes with the emotional aspect of it, which is inherent. So while dealing with the clients, the lesson I learned was that it's more about the behavioral biases that come into play than the logic. And so I think so when we are taking care of someone's portfolio or someone investor's portfolio, I think it's more about hand holding that person through the journey of it. Basically hand holding the emotions, in times of like when market is not performing good, or even when it's performing good for that matter, because people get very optimistic as well.
Okay.
So it's more about hand holding the person through the emotions, and then people also say that कि मेरे फ्रेंड ने यहाँ पे इन्वेस्ट करा हुआ है या यहाँ पे इन्वेस्ट करा है, मुझे भी यहाँ पे आपने मुझे ये वाला क्यों नहीं बताया. So the thing is that like coming to another lesson of mine with this, that it's not about that one financial plan is going to fit everyone, because each of us, despite being at the same age and everything, each of us will still have different requirements, different goals, and different risk appetite as well. If someone is comfortable with, say, equity, it's not important that you will be as comfortable. लग रहा होगा वो fascinating लगता है in starting में कि नहीं मेरे को तो पैसे से पैसा बनाना है, वो equity में ही बनेगा and everything that, but when it comes to the ground reality, not everyone is as comfortable with it. So I think that's where financial planning helps. It has to be customized. It's not about like one size will going to fit everything. This was my another lesson. One more lesson I learned was that it's about consistency. When you're talking about investing, it is about consistency over complexity or over the next best instrument या जो market में नया आया मेरे को तो वो चाहिए. हाँ, ऐसे नहीं होता. You have to stay in the market. You have to spend time in the market and timing the market itself. So yeah, these were the lessons which I realized when I was dealing with the clients and I educated them about it. So
wow, that's great. So I have heard a statement that you take care of money, money will take care of you. Will you please simplify it?
right.
What is it?
Yes. So I believe money is like a plant which you have to nurture time, because anything, even like if you talk about a home or a car, if you are not going to take care of it, you are not going to be able to use the car also. वो चलेगी नहीं, आप कहीं पहुँच नहीं पाओगे. Similarly, you have to be very diligent with the money. You have to be very, I believe, very, जैसे हम बात भी करते हैं of conscious living or conscious spending. So मतलब spend करो. It's not about कि आप आज का forgo करके you are sacrificing on the present for tomorrow, but plan the money in such a way that you don't have to sacrifice tomorrow and you don't have to sacrifice the future as well.
What about today's sacrifice? Like it feels like sacrifice. If we are saving or investing, it feels like, oh, I'm not spending.
Yes,
on
because
myself.
the money gets debited from the account, feels like that. But the thing is I think you are investing for the future this thing, because आजकल inflation भी बहुत है with the war and everything. So whatever value of, say, even 1,000 rupees holds today, it's not going to be the same if we talk about in 1 year. So to match that value, to the time value of money, to match that thing, we say you have to invest. And I think this is where even mutual funds have a slightly an edge over FDs as well, because FDs will not going to give you the returns which will match that value in the future. So by taking care of your money, it will take care of you later. It means that when you're doing a financial planning and in the later years of your life, if you get sick, if you don't have an insurance, you never planned for an insurance, then how is money going to take care of you? And then people suffer there.
Oh, and that's where all the saving of their life
it goes off, it washes off.
One.
Exactly.
Right?
So you have to nurture it from day one. Like when you start earning, I believe it's like as early as you can start investing, it will is going to take care in the later years of life when you are not able to work. So let money work for you then.
Wow, that's beautiful. Very well said. Okay, my next question is people feel like capital investment, finance, these markets, they feel it intimidating, right? They fear investing in markets, especially. How do you simplify those complex financial concepts in easy way for a beginner, for the aspiring investor? So, how do you do that?
I try to connect the financial concepts with everyday life experiences. Like
Okay.
when we talk about investing, it's a very famous example which I also give of a bamboo tree.
Okay.
Like for years it grows under the ground and the growth is not visible.
Mm-hmm.
But when it explodes outside the ground, then it grows exponentially. And wealth creation or investment is also a journey, it's not a destination. And compounding works over a period of time, like say 3 years, 5, 7, 10 years. So till that period, compounding is not going to be visible to you. You will feel like nothing is happening. But when you wait and let the compounding do its magic for such a long period, then you can see that your wealth will be created and you will get the portfolio returns and everything. So this is a very, yeah, so I connect investing with the bamboo tree example. You have to be patient enough, you have to be disciplined enough to stay in the game if you want the rewards.
Wow.
Because if you're going to exit before it, then you will never know how exponential growth would have.
Okay.
So yeah. And like I'll give you one more example. Like last week I was teaching one student of Pune. I was teaching her corporate actions. And she asked this question that why do company do these corporate actions? What's the need? And I was like, what's the purpose of bonus issue? And which is one of a corporate action and why? So I explained her this concept with the connecting it to the life of a, you can say, like when we are child and then we grow into adult. So what happens when when the company is starting up, when it is a startup, of course no one is going to invest in everything. As an investor you would want this thing. So when the company is starting or just starting up, it is like a child. And but when that child grows into an adult, then even our own parents will start having expectations from us.
Yeah.
Similarly, when any startup gets listed in the market, so as an investor or as a shareholder, you have expectations from the company that it will add
Exactly.
value to your money if you would like to invest, and how the company is going to add value to the money. So that is very important as an investor, as a shareholder, because why would you want to invest somewhere when the value is not being added, right? So there was, yeah, so I think this is how I connect the real life examples and with the analogies and yeah.
Okay. Wow, that's great. So you have mentioned a term that is related to training or something. Like why do we require this? What was
Corporate
that?
corporate actions. So corporate
Actions,
actions are
yes.
like whenever the list companies that are in the market, they are publicly listed. They do some actions time to time, like dividend दे देती हैं. You must have heard कि company
हाँ.
dividend दे दिया, इतना
हाँ.
रुपए dividend दे दिया. Then company does bonus shares issue कर देती है या split. So these are actions which company does from time to time. These are discretionary at the company's management level.
Okay.
But like I was explaining her this concept कि companies
Why do they do that?
like what's the reason? So
Okay,
this is the reason that when the company grows as an investor, you would naturally have an expectation from it if
Exactly.
you want to invest. So to fulfill those expectations, company adds value to the shareholder.
Wow, that's beautifully answered. Thank you.
Yes, and one more thing. Since
Yes.
we are talking about capital markets, I would like to add this phrase that you can say that as an investor, you always want to buy a stock or a mutual fund unit even at a good price. There is no definition of good price, because क्या
Okay.
होता है कि जब market गिरी हुई, like when we say कि market आज गिरी हुई है, market is down, so good prices will always be found in the bad sentiment and bad prices will always be found in the good sentiment. In other words, it means कि जब market गिरी हुई है, that's the time to buy as an investor, because you are getting good stocks or mutual fund units at a lower price.
Yes.
But when the market is good, देन आपको लगा कि प्राइस बहुत हाई है, आप यू फील लाइक थोड़ा वेट कर लेते हैं, लेट द करेक्शन कम, एंड जब करेक्शन आता है
तब तक
देन यू फियर कि अब तो मार्केट गिरी हुई है, मुझे मेरा रिटर्न मिलेगा कि
तो
नहीं
इस तरह से इन्वेस्टमेंट होता ही
मिलेगा।
नहीं है।
एग्जैक्टली, सो इट्स आइदर फियर और द ग्रे, तो इन्वेस्टमेंट हो ही नहीं पाता।
Yeah.
So I think what as an investor people need to understand is that good prices will always be found in the bad market, and bad prices will always be there in the good market.
Good market. Wow, that's very well said. Nice. Okay, my next question is, in today's rapid changing economy, what financial skills someone should learn to secure their career or make good investments? Like, what are the skills they should learn?
I think the basics, like, we should always start with the basics instead of rapidly jumping to the AI and using the shortcuts. So I think I would still say like financial literacy and budgeting. So even whatever amount you are earning, you should first start with the budgeting. You can keep a track of where you are spending your money, how much you are spending, and where exactly you are spending. And even you can keep a track of your credit cards, like if you're using credit cards. So how are you using the credit cards? Because people get into the loop of credit cards as well, right?
Exactly.
So I think you can start with yourself. Like you can start, and that's how you can start learning about money, how it flows from where to where, how banks work, how this thing works. So that's all about financial literacy, and like I think budgeting really helps. Even I started to understand money via budgeting.
Via budgeting.
Via budgeting.
Same thing with happened with me when I started working and started earning money. I started with the budgeting.
Yes.
My uncle told me to save money, like this much of percentage you have to save, like
Right.
20% is the basic one, right? Which you can save and think like the remaining 80% is your salary.
Exactly.
So now you spend it in your needs and wants, but save the 20%
Of
first.
course, of
And that
course.
was the reason why I have some corpus, I have saved something, and that is why things are easy today, right?
Of course, yes.
So that is one thing one can do. Budgeting.
Budgeting,
That
yes.
is the,
It's the easiest
and
the
basic
way,
thing,
yes.
right?
Because once you understand why are you spending money at certain place, then how will going to be, मतलब वो simple हो जाएगा to root that thing, map that
Exactly.
thing. Another thing I would say is long-term investing and compounding. So I think when it comes to investing, लोगों को लगता है कि मैं इतने पैसे डालूं और मेरा पैसा
Double
कम
हो जाए।
period में
21 दिन में पैसा
exactly
double।
double. So either you should bring that much amount of money to invest, or you have to wait
Wow.
for years. There is no shortcut. There is no shortcut to it. I mean, there is really no shortcut, which any advisor, any certified person is not going to give you any shortcut. So it's either the work of patience, और आप उतना पैसा लाओ कि वो डबल हो जाए. And compounding works very silently. मतलब you are not going to get the kick off. इसमें कोई thrill नहीं मिलेगा.
Thrill
You are
नहीं
not
मिलता।
going to churn your portfolio, track the market daily. कुछ नहीं होने वाला एक दिन
Exactly.
एक हफ्ते में. So I think that's what people need to
Even
understand.
it doesn't happen in few years.
हाँ, like it
Right.
takes minimum, अगर किसी को बहुत ही कम patience है तो 3 years, और तो हम fundamentally बोलते हैं 5 years.
5 to 7
5
years,
years and
then you will
beyond,
see the
yes.
changes कि
हाँ जी.
you are getting
Yes,
something out
exactly.
of it, right?
Yeah, because हुआ ये था कि कोविड के बाद people started coming to markets, leaving their jobs and everything, like कि यहाँ पे पैसा बन
बन
रहा
जाएंगे,
है.
हाँ।
तो ठीक है, I think 3.5 और 4 years तक मार्केट चली भी हाई पे
एकदम,
थी. पीपल
बिल्कुल।
लाइक कुछ भी उठा रहे थे, द मनी वाज कमिंग इन.
Yes.
बट देन सितंबर 24 में जब करेक्शन आया, देन
Stagnant हो गया।
अब अभी तक भी स्टैग्नेंट है, बिकॉज वॉर्स एंड कुछ ना कुछ होता रहता है.
Exactly.
So market survived the economy, मतलब they markets survived the crisis. वो like even if we go back to our history and see the crisis जो हुए हैं world में और Indian specific, they have survived a lot.
Everything.
So markets can survive crisis, it can survive the macroeconomics, everything it can survive and still give you the returns, provided you are patient enough to
Get
stay
that.
in the game.
हाँ.
So I think that's what people need to learn first and foremost. Other than that the skills are like data interpretation, like numbers, they tell you a story. मतलब you have to have an acumen to read numbers like a story. मतलब people, they are just focused on the returns, कि returns मिल जाए. But even if you're investing in a mutual fund for that matter, who is managing your fund? It depends on that. कि
Okay.
वो बंदा कैसा है, वो बंदे फंड कैसे मैनेज कर रहे हैं, व्हाट स्ट्रैटेजी द पर्सन इज यूजिंग, वो स्ट्रैटेजी आपके गोल के साथ अलाइन होती है या नहीं होती, आपको समझ आता है कि नहीं आता.
So are we talking about AMCs?
हाँ जी, AMCs,
fund managers?
fund managers. हाँ
Okay.
जी. And even if you are like, even if yeah, even if you are trying to understand the business or a startup, so you have to understand the business model first. Like, why are you going to invest in something before not searching? Like, हम जब स्विमिंग पूल में जाते हैं स्विम करने, we first check how deep the pool is, कि हम कर भी पाएंगे swim या नहीं कर
नहीं
पाएंगे,
कर
and then
पाएंगे।
we swim, right? We don't swim blindly. So same here, why to swim blindly? First understand the market.
Wow, beautifully explained. Thank you. So Akansha, you have core expertise in financial valuation, analysis, and modeling. How your suggestions related to these things can help businessmen or businesses or investors in taking informed decisions?
Financial analysis, they help you understand where the particular business or company stands today.
Okay.
So if you're looking to invest any company as of today or as of right now, you would first need to go and read the annual reports. I mean, that is what it is fundamentally. Annual reports, like, you can track the company, you can keep checking the profit and loss balance sheet, where like what the company is doing, where the money is going in and out, the cash flows. So that's what we say financial analysis, reading the annual reports, reading the documents of the company that's available, publicly available होती हैं of listed companies. So financial analysis tells us where the company stands today, and if you feel like investing, is it worth it, you can go ahead. So that's what is always said, कि whenever someone is telling you कि ये stock खरीद लो अच्छा है, do your own research. That own research का मतलब होता है do your own financial analysis of that company first. पहले जाके उस कंपनी में देखो कि अगर कंपनी करती क्या है, उसका क्या नंबर्स हैं, उसके क्या ट्रैक रिकॉर्ड है, क्या कितना प्रॉफिट अर्न कर रही है, कितने शेयर होल्डर्स को दे रही है पैसा, एंड ऑल ऑफ दोज थिंग्स, एंड देन इफ़ यू फील यू कैन गो अहेड विद इट. और यूजुअली क्या होता है, देयर आर लॉट ऑफ पीपल गोइंग टू टेल यू कि ये स्टॉक उठा ले, ये अच्छा है, बट नो वन टेल्स यू व्हेन टू एग्जिट. नो वन इज गोइंग टू कम एंड टेल यू कि यू नो ये स्टॉक परफॉर्म नहीं कर रहा, एग्जिट कर दो या लॉस बुक करके आप निकल जाओ. नो वन टेल्स you, no one teaches us, but that is what is important, which is like understanding the risk and reward is important.
So that's how you help people
Financial through yes, and valuation of any company will tell you what the company is actually worth it as on the date you are doing the valuation of the company. There are like certain models like DCF and all, which the research analysts do to calculate ki what the company is actually worth it, and is it currently undervalued, or you know people are undervaluing it. Like, what is the market perception of that company, how people are placing that company, and अगर लोगों को बहुत अच्छी लग रही है company may be overvalued. So yeah, that's valuation. And modeling, they tell you how the company is going to perform in future or may perform in future in the different scenarios. Like, we do different scenarios, so because yeah.
So I'm being a little inquisitive about it. Will you please tell me that are these report right? Like
yes,
the
yes.
financial
Yes,
statements, are these absolutely correct?
Yes. There are websites which give you a brief description, and you can always go to company's website. They publish. Any listed company it is mandatory for it to publish the records.
So
for the investor,
like they show the real numbers.
From their side, they show the real number, but it's on you to check if those numbers are real or if you are finding any red flags.
Okay.
In that, like,
and how can we find it?
That is what the financial analysis fundamentals come into picture. There are certain metrics too, there are certain ways to find that. That's the whole study of, मतलब जैसे अभी राजेश एक्सपोर्ट्स का स्कैम हुआ था, where one investor complained to SEBI or shared his grievance to SEBI that he's finding something off in the numbers, and then SEBI ने check करा, then it came out that he has reported almost, I think, 15 lakh crores, which is almost 98% approximately of his revenue from its subsidiaries, which are not in India. अगर इंडिया में होता तो दिक्कत नहीं था ना, वेरीफाई हो जाता, but those subsidiaries are in Switzerland, which has a data protection policy. So is it kind of a red flag or not? Like, you are operating from somewhere where आपको पता है कि कंट्री में डेटा प्रोटेक्शन पॉलिसी, इट्स नॉट गोइंग टू शेयर द रिकॉर्ड्स, सेबी कैन नॉट वेरीफाई.
हाँ, स्विट्जरलैंड में सेबी क्या है?
It's a regulatory body that regulates the capital markets, ensures that not much of unethical practices are going in the market, not much of manipulation is happening in the market, and it's so everything is flowing smooth. So over the period of time, it has become strict with the rules and regulations to prevent manipulation. Because COVID के बाद market में इतनी भीड़ आ गई ना that उसको कुछ cautions लेने पड़े. So the full form is Security Exchange Board of India. Every country has its regulatory body that regulates the capital market of it.
Okay. And there is NSE and
BSE.
BSE. What is it?
These are exchanges. BSE is the oldest exchange in India, Bombay Stock Exchange. NSE उसके बाद आया था National Stock Exchange.
Okay.
So these are the platforms where companies come and get listed in the market.
Okay.
मतलब there will be companies जो दोनों पे listed हो सकती हैं. There are companies जो किसी एक पे listed हो सकती हैं.
अच्छा.
Yes, जैसे हम बोलते हैं Nifty 50, तो Nifty 50 is National 50. So वो index है through which has 50 leading companies of India. Just it's like a summary of the market. जो आपको एक मोटा brief दे देगा how the market is performing.
Okay.
BSE का it is Sensex.
Okay.
जो न्यूज़ में आता है कि सेंसेक्स कितना बढ़ गया, इतना
हाँ.
घट गया. निफ्टी एंड मोस्टली दोनों साथ साथ ही चलते हैं, दोनों में ज़्यादा डिफरेंस नहीं होता. एंड आइडली दे शुड डांस टुगेदर ओनली. बहुत ज़्यादा डिफरेंस होना भी नहीं चाहिए.
तो दो क्यों है, मतलब हम एक नहीं कर सकते हैं इंडिया में?
एक्चुअली एवरी स्टेट ट्राई टू हैव इट्स ओन एक्सचेंज, बट वो सारे चले नहीं. सो द
और यही दो चले, मतलब
यही दो चल रहे हैं.
नेशनल वाला तो इंडिया का पूरा हो गया.
NSE, हाँ वो पूरा. BSE इज बॉम्बे स्टॉक एक्सचेंज. दैट इज द ओनली स्टेट वन जो could thrive. Every state tried to had its own. दिल्ली का भी आया था, दिल्ली स्टॉक एक्सचेंज भी था, बट वो नहीं. हाँ,
I didn't know about that.
हाँ. So there were, I think ऐसे 5 है. जैसे NSE BSE पे आप सिर्फ इक्विटी ट्रेड कर, like it's only equity. फिर एक है कमोडिटीज का एक्सचेंज जहाँ पे आप गोल्ड सिल्वर का देखते हो, which is MCX. It is multi commodity exchange.
So मैंने तो देखा है कि इसमें भी
हाँ of course इस पे भी हो जाता है. Just that कि since we are telling people, so लोगों को पता होना चाहिए कि MCX भी, it's not only NSE BSE. Mostly NSE BSE are talked
कम्युनिटी के लिए, लेकिन
MCX हाँ जी. Usually लोग NSE BSE से ट्रैक कर सकते हैं. हाँ, ऐसा बात नहीं है, but there's MCX also. And
wow, that's great. नई चीजें पता चली हैं. So my next question is, with rising AI, fintech and digital investment platforms, how do you think that this financial analysis will look like after 5 to 10 years?
AI and technology will make financial services more accessible. The tasks which are repetitive, like screening, forecasting, data collection, they will be automated. But at the end of the day, when you are doing financial analysis or something like that, a human judgment, because money is human, it comes with emotions, right? So AI cannot read those emotions or situations. So a human judgment will still be required. So I think finance sector is adapting to AI. We are not like we are not scared or afraid, even though IT sector is not performing good because of AI.
Okay.
But yeah, so I think it's all about adaptability to the changing technologies. And like we use AI, like we are using Claude for our research reports and everything.
Right, we can use it to help ourselves,
yes,
right?
Exactly.
It can be used as a tool to support us, right?
Yes,
rather than being competent with
because it reduces the manual work ना, जो आपका data collection वगैरह. It saves time also, so you can focus better on your judgment. You can give more time to take the judgment rather than कि आप repetitive काम में उसमें लगे हुए हो.
Indulge हो रखे हो. Wow. That's great. So it will help eventually, right?
It will help, yes. It will help.
So I'll ask you a few questions related to you. Okay. So as you are a finance student, working professional, what are the hobbies and interests do you have to maintain your mind calm? How do you do what you do? Because you are a finance person, right? Your mind should be so calm while taking decisions, right? Because you are suggesting someone, you are consulting someone. So what are the hobbies and interests you have which helps you calm down?
I think for me it's what you do in private that shows up in public. Like,
wow.
I mean, so private work, it includes, see, when I feel stuck, when the mind fog हो जाता है, when I feel stuck, I focus on moving my body, either through dance or through playing badminton or just a walk. Like I feel like energy stuck हो गई है, so you need to move something to get that movement back, the flow back basically. And then when there's a lot of movement externally, like even if I'm like बहुत ज़्यादा travel हो रहा है back and forth या like बहुत ज़्यादा external movement and I'm not getting time for myself, then I switch to finding stillness in the moments. Like then I'll do meditation, I'll ground myself when I get overwhelmed. So things that bring stillness to me, like stepping back and recharging myself through them. So I think sometimes it's about movement, sometimes it's about stillness. It's a balance of both.
When we are talking about stillness and moving, what was the moment when you thought ki, okay, now I have to take charge of my life and now I want to do this, whatever you are doing today? What was that moment?
That moment was when I was faced with the challenges, professionally or personally. When the challenges come, they just come. They don't knock your door and come, they just come. So I think what they made me realize is that I used to be the one who used to first wait for clarity and want everything perfect and then I'll take the action. But I think challenges taught me that you need to first take the action and clarity eventually follows after the action. It's not a prerequisite for it. It's what you have to do to get to the clarity. And I think the journey is all about being resilient and persistence and just showing up. Sometimes just showing up.
Talking about showing up, if you go back to your childhood and you have to suggest your younger self, what will you suggest? Like if you are in teenage right now, what will you suggest your teenage?
Okay. So first advice I would like to give my teenage self is build credibility and skills first before chasing the outcomes. जैसे हम इन्वेस्टिंग में भी देखते हैं, लोगों को रिटर्न से मतलब होता है. यू आर चेजिंग द आउटकम, यू आर रनिंग आफ्टर डेस्टिनेशन विदाउट enjoying or participating in the process and journey of.
Wow.
So it's like कि build first, enjoy the process, destination eventually it comes. पहुंच ही जाते हैं ना, जब रास्ते में ट्रैफिक भी मिलता है तो
तब भी पहुंच ही जाते हैं डेस्टिनेशन पर, राइट?
So the first advice is like build skills and credibility and outcomes will eventually follow. And the second, as I mentioned, taking action for clarity. Like when you don't get, say, when the external things are not working for you, you can just step back and do what you can do with the resources you have at hand
at that
in the
moment,
present. Yes.
right?
Yes. So it's about doing the action and clarity will eventually follow.
That's great. That's some super useful advice you have given, because enjoying the process is very, very important.
Very important.
If you are running after the results, then you will not live your life. You will just think like, okay, I'm just grinding, and it will after some days you will feel burnout, right?
Burned out, exactly, yes.
So enjoy the process, do whatever you want to do, and results will follow definitely, right? So my last question to you is, if someone, we have audience who are teenagers, early young professionals, okay, so they are in 20s, 30s, what are the 3 financial steps they should take to start their investment journey? Why? Because they don't know anything. So with your expertise, with your suggestions, what can they do so that they can build a wealth someday?
First, build an emergency fund. And how do you build an emergency fund? So your emergency fund, the amount of it should be ideally equivalent to your 6 months of essential expenses, because that creates the foundation for your financial security. Because like I also said, that when the challenges come or any crisis comes, whether in economy or personal life crisis, वो knock करके नहीं आते. अभी recently we went through the oil crisis, LPG crisis जो था. Before that we went through COVID crisis, right? So we didn't know these are like called black swan events. हमें पता नहीं चलता. So first and foremost is build an emergency fund, which is equal to your 6 months essential expenses.
The basic needs, transportation, rent, this and that, right?
Exactly. Yes. Second is start investing early as possible. Like I know someone who is, I think not even, I think around 15 or 16 years. He's a child and he is already investing through a Guardian, but he's already investing. He started the SIP in his name with the help of the Guardian. So start investing as early as possible, because like wealth creation will take time. It's a journey. You have to be patient and let compounding happen. Third, I would say invest in yourself. As as in stay, because even if you talk about technology के angle से, it is changes very fast, technology changes very fast, right? So you have to keep adapting, you have to be flexible to adapt the changes जो हो रहे हैं technology में. So you have to कि stay upgraded. if you अगर आपने किसी stock में या कहीं पे भी invest करा हुआ है, like अगर आपने FD में भी invest करा हुआ है and you are not updated कि कितना इंटरेस्ट रेट चल रहा है अभी, मुझे इतना क्यों मिल रहा है, इफ़ यू आर नॉट क्यूरियस इवन अबाउट दैट, देन you are not taking care of your money.
Wow.
So invest in yourself, invest in the knowledge, read the newspapers, read the books,
Learn new skills.
right? Exactly, yes.
Whatever is going on in market, learn that.
You can track the markets by reading newspapers like Economic Times and Life Mint, and they are good newspapers. You can read the books to understand the psychology of money, how it works, There are quite a good books like Psychology of Money hai by Morgan Housel.
Yes, Rich Dad
Poor are the most basic and the common
exactly.
one, right?
That teaches
you
so
as a
many
beginner, अगर आपको नहीं समझ, you can start with these small habits, and habits take time to build. Psychology again. So last but not the least, I would like to conclude our audience or investors with 2 facts. Like first, they need to understand that price is not equal to value. People think कि जो प्राइस है वही कंपनी की वैल्यू है. सो प्राइस, मार्केट प्राइस जो भी है, डज नॉट इक्वल टू द वैल्यू ऑफ द कंपनी. So value of the company is again the fundamentals, that financial analysis, and the price is whatever price is going on in the market. Second, like I would like to say is that the goal is not to get rich quickly. The goal is to get financially capable, financially disciplined, and financially free. That's it.
Wow. Thank you very much for this beautiful message you have given at the end. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
I expect that our audience have learned a lot of things from today's podcast. I request everyone to subscribe our channel to learn a lot about different topics. We bring our guests who are top in their field, and they teach us something new in every single episode. Keep watching, keep learning, keep growing, and subscribe our channel. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here, and we loved this conversation.
Thank you. Same here.